to line up before class and you had no idea what they were saying? Or at Lombardi when some of you were finding out just how big the world is around you through IB inquiry activities. And now, just like that, you are wrapping up your 8th grade year and heading to high school. It has been fun seeing your successes over the years, from the amazing dominance of our SCIA sports programs, to the growing success of our music program, to the academic excellence coming from our IB and dual immersion programs, to the creativity I have seen come from our design, video, and photography classes, all very impressive stuff. And we can't forget about the community projects where all of you are dressed for success, showing off some impressive presentation skills, and having real impact in your community. I truly believe you are prepared to begin high school in a couple short months. I know your teachers have worked tirelessly to prepare you for the next step. I hope they have made sure you made it to this point with a little pushing, a little pulling, and a whole lot of love and support along the way. Now it's up to you, after you enjoy your summer break, and definitely enjoy that. New relationships, an opportunity to take risks and try new things, an opportunity to make a real difference in the world you live in. Believes in you and your family. 26.
Thank you, Mr. Scheimer. At this time, I would like to invite the president of the Burton District.
Ms. Moorhead said I have 30 minutes, so. Good morning, students, family, staff, and honored guests. On behalf of the, I want to start out by acknowledging something very important. It is the morning, which means some of you are here physically, but emotionally you're still in bed and it goes to 2023. Many of you walked onto that campus over there as 6th graders. Some of you walked in confident, some of you walked in nervous, and some walked in doing that very middle school move of pretending you knew exactly where you were going, while absolutely following someone who looked a little less lost than you. And now here you are on June 5th, 2026, same campus across the way, very different students, and a dramatic increase in confidence when it comes to 3 important skills: knowing where your friends are, knowing where your snacks are, and knowing exactly when that bell rings. Over the past 3 years, you didn't just go to school, you survived, thrived, and occasionally tried to negotiate with deadlines like they were optional suggestions. Don't forget that part in high school. You marched at Disneyland with the band. You earned bilaterally attainment awards and Minga Leader recognition. You won so many championships. You experienced the McDermott Dinner Dance, the Showcase, Reading Revolution, CASP testing season, also known as the longest week of your life. Porterville celebrates reading, IB community projects, CTE electives, services action projects, winter tradition nights, spirit weeks, dress-up days, and somehow turned into a full-time job for your parents. Anti-bullying symposiums, back-to-school nights, open houses, college and university trips, and travel experiences that went from across town to across the country to across the world. At this point, some of you have seen more airports than your parents have seen peaceful mornings. And through all of it, you were learning something bigger than events or field trips. Occasionally asked, is this for a grade? There's principled people, even on days when principled meant it continues into starting high school and college level opportunities at the same time, which means that is impressive and slightly terrifying, mostly for you. But when you're 25, somehow they were right about everything. Smil. And I need this in about 5 minutes. And every time you had to pretend you weren't not just more snacks and somehow even more urgency. Students, take a moment to look around you. The people sitting next to you, these are your people. Some of them will be your lifelong friends. Some will be your teammates. Some you won't see for years until one day you randomly run into them and say, we should hang out. And both of you know you won't do it, but you'll smile anyways. Here's the part you might not feel too, those inside jokes, those group chats, those teachers who pushed you harder than you wanted to, and the friend closing a chapter and not yet fully realizing how important that chapter was. So if today feels a little weird, a little exciting, a little more emotional, all at the same time, that's exactly what it's supposed to feel like in hindsight. Today is one of them. So as you leave here, don't just think about what's next. Think about what you're taking with. You've already proved here that you can do that. So congratulations, Summit Bears. You just didn't finish middle school. You became the kind of people who are ready for what comes next.
Thank you, Mr. Patino. I would now like to invite the chair of the Summit Charter Academy Board, Mrs. Carrie Wamner, to share a message with our students.
Good morning, good morning. It is an honor to stand in front of y'all. You're gonna have to bear with me because team, this is my third iteration of this speech. That would be way too embarrassing and he would need to leave the town if I did that. I wrote a second draft and in that one I inspired you to stay curious and to be kind, not just weird. She celebrated her. It's a place where everyone is desperately trying to fit in while secretly being weird. Some of you can hours perfecting Minecraft worlds, drawing dragons, building acts nobody cares about. But here's the truth. The best people I know are a little weird. They're passionate about something. They loudly and unapologetically themselves. So we're weird. The things that make you different today are going to become the things that make you successful. Graduates, I want you to stay curious, stay kind.
First student speaker, Kipton Smee, who will share his remarks with the class.
Hi, my name is Kipton Smee. It's an honor and privilege to stand before you all today. In the distance, but weren't quite sure you'd ever like yesterday, and yet somehow they also feel like distant memories. Memories that laid the foundation when we surprised even ourselves with what we were capable of. But no matter our pace, we all stayed in the game, we all showed up and didn't give up. Along the way, we learned that success isn't only about scoring points or winning trophies, it's about showing up, even on the days your family, and knowing that you don't have to walk life alone. I believe that is where true confidence is. Challenges, new teammates, this field, and on to the next one. Let's carry forward the lessons we've learned. Play with heart, support, because it's in the missed shots that
during their 8th grade achievement by earning honor roll blue cord. Please join me in recognizing visual design, dual language immersion, Jasmine Espino. You may be seated. We celebrate multilingual of our dual immersion program who will present her speech in Spanish.
Buenos días. 16. Me llamo María Liz Cortés y es un honor tareas extensas, exámenes que nos casaron y en SCIA todos tuvieron a desear duro. SCIA tiene una gran oportunidad que esta escuela nos dio para crecer y para aprender juntos. Tuvimos risas, momentos de risas y chistes con amigos, de lo que hemos logrado y lo que un libro lleno de páginas que capítulos comienzan la escuela primaria rápido. Luego el siguiente capítulo llegó cuando avanzamos hacia la escuela secundaria, donde tuvo que crear una nueva escuela secundaria, donde tuvo que crear un nuevo capítulo en nuestras vidas. Este capítulo será la escuela preparatoria. Es aquí donde las cosas cambian, porque el futuro no es algo lo que simplemente entramos. El futuro es determinación para dirigirnos. Hacia nuestros sueños futuros. Tenemos el nuevo capítulo en la escuela preparatoria. Los autores y estamos escribiendo a nuestra propia historia. Y el del 2026.
I would now like to invite I would now like to invite
Recognize students who have earned the biliteracy PA of 3.0 in English. Both. Angelina Castro. Venus Ceballos. Alonso Díaz Moreno. Espino. Elijah. Axel Lara Vargas. Donado, Miguel Ochoa, Omar Padilla, Silvestre Ramos, and Sofía Velasco. You will also notice students wearing a dual emergency.
Thank you, Mr. Lopez. At this moment, I would like to introduce our final student speaker, Caitlin Lewis, who will share her message.
This journey has taught us it's that growth doesn't happen in comfort. It happens through challenges. Today is filled with a whirlwind of emotions. Seriously, if you looked in my trash can, I could spend hours talking about SCIA. I carry the lessons we've learned into a new turn the page, however. I would like to reflect on what defines if I said my time at SCIA was perfect. Because you're not really growing. They have changed us and has provided the opportunities, but we learned the lessons that we will pass on. Formed a family. We have all experienced SCIA together. Families grow, families stretch, sometimes, and I hope none of you do either. Who you want to become. Times will get tough, there's no doubt about it. Do that thing. But most importantly, live your life with passion. One voice to make a difference, and only one you. Thank you. Thank you to SCIA for the opportunities. Thank you to the teachers that taught us that teaching isn't just helping students to learn, but treating them with compassion. To all of you. But the place where you discover who you're meant 2030. Thank you.
I invite Mr. Lopez back to the stage to deliver the principal's message.
Did you know that many middle school students struggle with grade? It looks like through their time at open-mindedness. First, passion. We have seen the students dedicate countless hours to music and work towards a GPA and achieved it every class. We have seen students, most importantly, we have watched them discover who they are and who they want to become. Second, persevere, face setbacks, frustration, and failures, and kept going. They competed. Last but not least, and third, to change, embrace new expectations. 2026, thank you for, as you move on to high school, remember your success, achievement, experience, and remember, go Bears.
Now time for the presentation of the promotion certificates. First to join us on stage to assist with the presentation.
Jacob Moreno, Maria Liz Cortez, Addison Aguilar, Ali Aguilera, Aubrey Alcántar, Marco Alcántar Ceballos, Arisa Anaya, Mimiech Arriaga, Baca, Robert Bales. Calista Balu. Gabriel Beltran.
Nell. Adeline. Emma Camarena. Bella Campos. Brielle Cannerday. Silas Cardona. Castro. Julian Ceballos. Venus Ceballos. Giselle Chavez. Delilah Tuela. Frankie Clark. Jose Contreras Serrano. Cocoa Cuevas. Alonso Diaz Moreno.
Natalie Dueñas. Yaretsi Emigdio. Jasmine Espino. Rosalia Espinosa. Ethan Espinosa Taylor. Ileana Esquivel. Parker Fancher. Marley Flores. Alejandro Flores Moreno. Grayson Freeborn. Juan Gamboa. Alea Garcia. Christian Garcia. Esteban Garcia Contreras. Eva Chianero. Amaya Gonzalez. Angel Gonzalez. Josiah Gonzalez Aldivar. Jacqueline Gonzalez Arabia.
Julian Guzman. Saraí Hernandez. Evander Ibarra Vasquez. Nicholas Jimenez. Nelson Ledesma. Neil Lopez. Ethan Lopez. Jesse Lopez Perez. Luna.
Ramsey Magallanes. Oscar Marenco. Anisa Martinez. Damian Martinez. Alea McNeely. Alexi. Yair Mendoza Robles. Zachariah. Jasleen Ornelas.
Alexander Perez. Kennedy Quevedo. Maya Ramirez Lopez. Galileo.
Imelda Ramos Arevalo.
Good job, Bryce. Adam Rivas.
Mason Rocha. Janessa Rodriguez. Maya Rojas. Des. Bradley Sanchez.
Blake Sandoval, Vin. Natalie. Ezra Stevens. Victoria Torres Herrera. Kaylin Weeks. Aubrey Yakuda. '26.